Hello everyone, I am Susan and welcome to today's webinar, The Silver Lining in Dark Clouds, India to Outline Global Market. So I'll just highlight the key points for today's webinar are India's resilience in a volatile global market, revisiting Indian market valuation, sectors to focus for Diwali investment. I'd like to introduce today's presenter, that is Vidyan Sawan. He's a AVP Technical Research at GEPL Capital. He is a commerce graduate. He has 16 years of experience in technical field, and his forte lies in generating money-making ideas for the short term to medium term. And with him, we have Harshad. He is a SEBI certified research analyst at GEPL. He has 3 years of exposure to equities, and his forte lies in generating long-term investment ideas and watch on market and macros. He is also a CFA candidate and holds bachelor degree in mechanical engineering. Thank you for joining us today. Over to you, Vidyan.
Let's start with global market first. We'll look global market first. What is going on in the global market scenario right now? So let's start with American market. In yesterday's session, Nasdaq was down by around 200 points and closed at 10,867 mark, and Dow Jones was also down by around 486 points in the last night and closed at 29,590 level. If you see the chart of Dow Jones and Nasdaq, that very much bearish sentiment in the looking at the chart, and Dow Jones and Nasdaq is trading near its important support zone, and Dow Jones yesterday in the last week made a fresh new low of a monthly low, fresh monthly low. So there is a bearish sign in the chart, and same case with Nasdaq as well. Here also lower top lower bottom formation has happened. So overall trend of the American market is on the downside for the short to medium term. If you see European space, they're also in a negative session in the last few days, down by around 135, and DAX was also down by around 247 points in the last night. In the Asian pairs also, we have seen a bearish sentiment since last couple of days. Singapore Nifty showing 117 points down in the last night, whereas Nikkei is also down by around 160 points. Straight times showing negativity of around 35 points. DAX, Hang Seng also closed at negative and closed at 17,933 level. And last but not least, Shanghai Composite also showing negativity and closed at 3,088 mark. So overall global sentiment is on the more or less bearish side. Now let's move on to the Indian market. So technical outlook. Let's move on to the Nifty. This is a Nifty 50 weekly chart. So in the last trading session, Nifty closed at 17,327 level. In the last week, Nifty closed negative by 1.16% the whole week. So here you can see Nifty rose from 7,500 level from March 2020 to 18,600 mark till October 2021, and after that we saw some healthy correction till 15,000 level, and recently we bounced back from that level since last couple of months, and we touched once again 18,000 mark. Here we can see the downward sloping trend line. It's acting as a resistance level, resistance zone for the Nifty since quite few weeks or few months. First time it went down and bounced back, but second time as well it took a strong resistance layer, and there it could not sustain at higher levels, Nifty, and go down, and Nifty currently trading at its 3-week low, which shows some profit booking has happened at higher level. So important resistance zone for the Nifty at a higher level is 18,115. That is April 2022 high. So Lot of lower bottom formation has happened on the Nifty chart. So very short term to medium term view is on a corrective side in the Nifty right now. So important support level is watching, or is immediate support level is 17,115. If it breaches that level, then next support level for the Nifty would be 16,735 and 16,360 mark. On the higher side, resistance is placed at 17,750 and 18,115, which is April 2022 high, and above that 18,350 level. So keep in mind that Nifty for the short to medium term is in a corrective phase right now because it could not sustain at higher levels. So we may see some healthy correction in the coming days in the market if it breaches 17,115 level. Now let's move on to the Bank Nifty. So Bank Nifty closed at 39,546 level in the last week, and overall week it was down by around 3.02%. So here underperformance of Bank Nifty as compared with Nifty has shown. Here we can see a double top kind of candle pattern, or it took a strong resistance as lifetime high level of the Bank Nifty. Here you can see last week it made a shooting star kind of candle pattern, which is a bearish kind of candle pattern, and in the last week it gave a confirmation by closing below that shooting star. So here also we can see the profit booking has happened at higher levels, and immediate support zone for the Bank Nifty is 39,258, which is important. If it breaches that support on the closing basis, then Bank Nifty will move down till 37,940, and below that 36,590 level. On the higher side, Bank Nifty has a strong resistance placed at 40,770, 41,840, which is its recent lifetime high, and above that 42,500 level for the Bank Nifty. So Bank Nifty also showing a negative sign for the short to medium term, and we may see some correction in the Bank Nifty as well with Nifty. Now let's move on to the Nifty mid cap 150, the broader indices. Here also we have seen that it took a strong resistance as its lifetime high level and made a double top kind of candle pattern at 12,338 level. Index closed below its 3-week low, which shows some bearishness or some profit booking has happened at higher levels. The support level for the Nifty mid cap 150, which is a broader indices, is 11,410, and below that 10,960, and the resistance zone for the mid cap 150 level is 12,190 and 12,338 mark. So please keep in mind it's a support and resistance level for the short to medium term trader. Long term trend is still up, no worry in the long term trend, but immediate short term correction may happen in the market. And we are talking about till next month because every month this meeting is going on. So Nifty small cap 250 is at 9,312 level recently. So here you can see a downward sloping trend line is acting as a strong resistance for the index, and index is maintaining lower top lower bottom formation. Index is again trading at 3-week low. The important support level for the Nifty small cap 250 is 8,980 and 8,735 level. On the higher side, resistance level placed at 9,572 and 9,790 mark. So overall, broader indices are showing some profit booking at higher levels, and it is ready. They are ready for immediate short-term correction. But there are few sectors that are outperforming the market. So we'll quickly look at that sector which are outperforming the market. The first sector is Nifty FMCG. Here we can see FMCG sector has closed at near lifetime high level 45,080 is a close yesterday, and in the last week it rose by up by 4.37%, and trading at sustaining at lifetime high. Index is outperforming the market. Index is sustaining above its breakout level as well. Now the immediate support zone for the this index is 42,870. Till 42,870 is holding, index will continue to make fresh lifetime highs, and immediate next support would be 42,000. Immediate resistance zone for the Nifty for the medium term is 47,500 and then 49,000 level. So keep in mind the FMCG pack. From FMCG pack, you can see you can pick a stock like Britannia, Hindustan Unilever, ITC as well. They are outperforming the market and sector is going up. The next sector is Nifty consumer durables. Here also you can see the sector is outperforming and index is sustaining at lifetime high level. Currently, it is trading at 8,113 level. In the last week, the index was up by around 3.07%. Now, the immediate support zone for the index is 7798. Keep in mind the level. If it's sustaining that level, till it's sustaining that above that level, Nifty, the index will make a fresh highs as well. And below 7798, immediate then next support would be 7,600. Immediate resistance zone for the index would be 8,350 and 8,550. And the last sector is Nifty Auto. Here also we can see index has given a breakout, multi-year breakout, and sustaining that level and trading at fresh record high. Currently, Nifty Auto is trading at 13,320 mark, up by around 2.83% in the last week. The support zone for the index Nifty Auto is 12,600 and 12,000, and the resistance zone for the Nifty Auto immediate resistance is 13,420. If it sustains that level, then it will move till 14,000 to 15,500 level in the medium term. So stocks from auto pack, you can look at Maruti, Ashok Leyland, Tata Motor, and Mahindra. And from consumer durable, Polycab, Borosil, and Havells stock are. Now we quickly look at FI data. Just wait. Currently, FI data's trend is in the cash segment in this month. FI has in the last 3 weeks, last 3 days, continuously FI selling figure is going on. In the last trading session also, they sold 2,899 crore figure is there. And in DI also, overall figure is on downside, negative 1,868 crore. So overall data is also showing negative. So overall market trend is for the short to medium term is corrective in nature, but Nifty FMCG, Nifty consumer durables, and Nifty auto, they will outperform the market. So you can focus on these sectors and the stocks in the sector for investment and trading. So that's it for the technical side of the market. So thank you all. And now I'm ask Harshad to move ahead.
Good morning all. Now let's begin with the fundamental updates and the market outlook of the Indian markets. So here you are seeing a screen. I hope my screen is visible to all of you. So over the in the calendar year 2022, we have seen the Indian market has relatively outperformed the various global markets. So यहाँ पे आपके सामने जो 4 खंड है, अमेरिकन कॉन्टिनेंट, यूरोप कॉन्टिनेंट, अफ्रीका कॉन्टिनेंट एंड एशिया कॉन्टिनेंट. तो यहाँ पे you can see that in the American continent you have a very double digit negative markets there. Key indices are negative. Europe continent as well, England, France, Germany, Spain, and Italy, we have more than 20% fall. However, if you look at the Asian continent, India is year till date, the YTD gains of the Indian markets are quite strong. And even if you look at the competitors of the India, such as China and the various manufacturing markets such as Hong Kong, they are also down by more than 20%. So this shows that definitely India is quite resilient in its in terms of the market gains. So now, what led to the such kind of fall into the global market, or the pessimism in the global market, and why Indian markets are still holding the ground? So basically, Indian markets had a very strong domestic that are not letting the markets to fall. However, the global news flows, or the kind of news flows from the developed market we are getting, is not that much encouraging. So as we all know that Fed is hiking the interest rates at a much higher pace than what it has done earlier. So earlier they had said 0.5 means 50 base points was a standard, and they don't see that Fed need to hike the interest rate more than 50 base points. But the stickier inflation has led the Fed to change their decisions, and in the recent FOMC meet, the Fed has hiked the interest rates by 75 base points. Then, as we all aware about the war into the Russia and Ukraine, it has been 6 to 7 months to the war, and Ukraine is one of the major supplier of the food grains into the to the Europe. So due to the war, the supply chains got disrupted, and the food inflation is again at a multi-decadal high into the Europe continent. Energy prices price is also elevated, and that is also causing the stickier inflation than usual into the developed economies. Our nearest competitor, Chinese market, is also suffering from the real estate crisis. So amid this such kind of negative news, if you look at the Indian news flows, so Indian news flows काफी encouraging है. Indian news flows, we are also planning to get listed into the MSCI bond market in the 2023. तो 2023 में इंडिया के जो गवर्नमेंट सिक्योरिटीज है वो बॉन्ड मार्केट में लिस्ट होंगे, और जिससे लगभग 30 से 50 बिलियन डॉलर का इनफ्लोज इंडियन मार्केट्स में आने की संभावना है. So that will help the Indian government as well. Then a key point is that our inflation is much controlled, or much in the grip of central bank than what it was into the USA or developed economies. So inflation is also 100 base points above the RBI's longer term vision. So RBI has a bracket of the inflation to contain between 4% to 6%, and right now we had a CPI inflation of around 7%. So it is roughly 100 base points above the RBI's price. So not that much high like we seeing into the USA. So USA, the the federal bank is trying to bring the inflation towards the 2%, and right now it is higher than the India. It is close to 8%. So a 6% reduction should be it's going to happen there. So India comparatively USA or the other developed countries is much better position. Then that is the inflation. That is why the inflationary pressure is much slower into the India. Then PMI index is also at the pre-pandemic is also breached the pre-pandemic levels. So हमारा जो manufacturing index है इंडिया का, उसने pre-pandemic जो top था उसके ऊपर अभी recently numbers लाए हैं. So that also shows that our manufacturing also quite resilient. So this shows that despite of the global turbulence, Indian markets or the domestics are quite strong. So what are the factors that are helping to reduce the turbulence in the Indian market? First of all, as we discussed, we have a significantly lesser inflation, right? Then our PMI index is trading above pandemic's high. GST collection are quite encouraging. So we are earlier we know that the oppositions were used to criticize about the GST, and the government had set a target of 1,10,000 for the GST collection, and that was barely touching the target earlier. So now we are comfortably beating the 1,10,000 target, and now the recent August GST came at 1,43,612 crores. So definitely collection level at the central government is very good, and ultimately that collection gets translated into the public servicing जो सारी पब्लिक को सर्विस करने वाली योजनाएं होती है उनमें उनका इस्तेमाल होता है. सो that is also indicating towards higher infrastructure spending for the Indian. Then Europe and Russia, as we discussed, are going with their own crisis, own generated crisis. They are also facing food crisis, energy crisis, and that led to the sticky inflation into the Europe zone. So these are some of the key differences which are helping, which are standing out the Indian market apart from the developed economy. So यूरोप एंड यूएसए, ये सारे जो डेवलप मार्केट्स हैं उनके कंपैरिजन में इंडियन मार्केट के जो न्यूज़ फ्लोज है, जो डेटा पॉइंट्स है, वो स्ट्रांग है. और इसी स्ट्रांगनेस की वजह से जो हमने सेशन के शुरुआत में देखा कि डेवलप मार्केट्स में 15-20-30% ईयर टिल डेट करेक्शन हुआ है, वो हमारे बाजार में नहीं हुआ है. सो वी आर still 0.7 or -1% YTD down. So definitely this shows that Indian market is at much dominant position than what the developed countries are. तो अब हमारे हर सेशन में ये प्रयास होता है कि हम आपको एक नई कंसेप्ट सिखाएं. सो अपार्ट फ्रॉम द मार्केट आउटलुक्स, studying the various valuation parameters, we also emphasize on you to teach a new concept each of the time. So this time एक interesting observation हमने लाया है. तो आप सब देख रहे होंगे कि इंडियन रुपीस 81 रुपीस पर डॉलर चला गया है, एंड न्यूज़ फ्लोज काफी आ रहे हैं कि इंडिया रुपी जो है वो ऑल टाइम लो पे चला गया है, 81 पे चला गया है, एंड डेप्रिसिएशन रुपी का हो रहा है. That is also right, but that is the fact is not correct that only Indian rupees is getting depreciated. Indian rupee is getting depreciated because the dollar index is getting stronger, right? So not just Indian rupees, जो सारे वर्ल्ड की करेंसीज है वो सारी वीक हो रही है एज कम्पेयर टू द डॉलर. एंड यहाँ पे आपके सामने एक टेबल हमने रखा है. तो यहाँ पे आपके सामने 3 डेटा पॉइंट्स है, एक मई 2012 के, नवंबर 2016 एंड रीसेंट डेटा जो सितंबर 2022 से है. उसके बाजू में यूएसडी आईएनआर के प्राइसेस है उस दौरान के, और बाकी जो 3 कॉलम्स है उसके आगे के. तो मई 2012 का इंडिया का 10 ईयर जी-सेक यील्ड जो गवर्नमेंट का बॉन्ड यील्ड होता था वो 8.38% था. नवंबर 2016 में 6.24 एंड सितंबर में 7.4%. और उसके बाजू में यूएसए के इंटरेस्ट रेट्स आपको दिए हैं, एंड थर्ड कॉलम में वहां पे डिफरेंस है. सो ये जो मई 2012 का अगर आप देखोगे तो 6.8% का जो डिफरेंस है, इसका मतलब है कि यूएसए का गवर्नमेंट जो है अगर मनी रेस करना है तो 1.56% इंटरेस्ट रेट ऑफर करते हैं. बट सेम इंडियन मार्केट्स को या इंडियन गवर्नमेंट्स को अगर फंड रेस करने हैं तो इंडिया हैज टू पे 6.82% प्रीमियम टू द यूएसए, राइट? सो दिस इज व्हाट द डिफरेंस इज इम्प्लाइंग. सो इंडियन गवर्नमेंट को 6.82% का प्रीमियम देना पड़ता था. फास्ट फॉरवर्ड 2016 में जाओगे तो इंडियन मार्केट का 10 ईयर जी-सेक यील्ड कम हुआ है, यूएस मार्केट का बड़ा है, और अल्टीमेटली जो डिफरेंस है वो 3.85% पे आया है. ये डिफरेंस का महत्व मैं आपको जरूर बताऊंगा. तो सितंबर में फास्ट फॉरवर्ड टू रीसेंट, तो वहां पे अगर हम देखेंगे तो ये डिफरेंस घटकर और कम हो गया है, दैट इज क्लोज टू 3.70%. तो ये डिफरेंस कम होने का और रुपी डॉलर का इससे क्या रिलेशन है? तो यहाँ पे एक इकोनॉमिक्स का एक स्टेटमेंट है कि जिस कंट्री के इंटरेस्ट रेट ज्यादा रहेंगे, दैट इंटरेस्ट रेट बहुत ज्यादा रहेंगे, उस कंट्री का करेंसी विल बी ऑलवेज डेप्रिशिएटेड। सो जैसे जैसे इंटरेस्ट निचले स्तरों पर जाते हैं, तो उस वैसे वैसे कंट्री की करेंसी जो है वो स्ट्रांग होती जाती है, बिकॉज जो प्रीमियम देना होता है टू द मार्केट दैट गेट्स लोअर, सो कंपनी इकोनॉमी के पास जो है वो मनी ज्यादा बचता है। सो उसके बाजू में आप अगर डेप्रिसिएशन CAGR देखोगे तो 2012 से 2016 ये 4 साल के बीच में USD INR डेप्रिशिएट हुआ था 5.2% पर ईयर। और 2016 से 22 का अगर आप CAGR देखोगे तो इंडियन USD INR डेप्रिशिएट हुआ है सिर्फ 2.87% से, यानी इंडियन रुपी की डेप्रिसिएशन रेट कम हो गई है। डिस्पाइट आप अगर देख रहे होंगे कि इंडियन रुपीज इज मेकिंग ऑल टाइम लो ऑफ 81, बट द डेप्रिसिएशन रेट इज मच लोअर देन व्हाट इट वाज अर्लियर। सो एक इंटरेस्ट रेट पैरिटी नाम का कंसेप्ट है। तो इंटरेस्ट रेट पैरिटी मतलब जिस बेस करेंसी से आप अपनी करेंसी को कंपेयर करते हो, इस केस में USD है, तो USD का कंपैरिजन हम INR के साथ करते हैं। तो USD के इंटरेस्ट रेट और अमेरिका के इंटरेस्ट रेट और इंडिया के इंटरेस्ट रेट अगर सेम हो जाते हैं तो हम कहते हैं दोनों इंटरेस्ट रेट पैरिटी में आ गए हैं। इट मींस दे बोथ आर एट द सेम लेवल। तो ये जो डिफरेंस जैसे जैसे कम होता जाएगा वैसे वैसे हम इंटरेस्ट रेट पैरिटी की तरफ बढ़ते जाएंगे, एंड दैट इज हेल्पफुल फॉर द इंडियन इकोनॉमी, क्योंकि इससे इंडियन रुपी का जो डेप्रिसिएशन है वो कम होगा। सो this is a quite interesting fact. We should focus on the data point. So despite Indian rupee is making low, all time low, तो हम न्यूज़पेपर में पढ़ते कि इंडियन रुपी इज मेकिंग ऑल टाइम लो। दैट इज नॉट बिकॉज द इंडियाज डोमेस्टिक प्रॉब्लम, दैट इज बिकॉज द डॉलर इज गेटिंग स्ट्रॉन्गर। ओवरऑल वर्ल्ड करेंसीज आर गेटिंग वीकर अगेंस्ट द डॉलर, एंड जो हमारे हिसाब से जो इंडियन रुपी का जो डेप्रिसिएशन है अभी का, that is not due to the India's own factors, but dollar is getting stronger. So that's why we are seeing rupee is getting depreciated. तो जो हमने डिफरेंस की बात की, तो आपके सामने अभी जो चार्ट दिख रहा है वो डिफरेंस का चार्ट है, इंडिया के 10 ईयर G-Sec यील्ड का और USA के 10 ईयर G-Sec यील्ड का। तो इन दोनों का डिफरेंस का प्लॉट यहाँ पे है। तो आप देखोगे कि राइट नाउ इट इज अ डिफरेंस ऑफ 3.70%, and at the peak we had in the 1990s period we had a difference of around 7.5%। बट अभी रिसेंट का डिकेड देखोगे आप 2011 से लेके 2022 तक का, तो यहाँ पे ये डिफरेंस कंटिन्यूअसली निचले तरफ जा रहा है। सो इट मींस दैट इंडियन इकोनॉमी इज गेटिंग स्ट्रॉन्गर, एंड इन और अभी की आप लेवल्स देखोगे तो दैट हैज ऑलरेडी ब्रीच्ड द 10 ईयर लोज, द 10 ईयर लोज डिफरेंस। तो ये काफी अच्छी साइन है इकोनॉमी के लिए, दैट हमारा जो रुपी है उसका डेप्रिसिएशन रेट ओवर द इयर्स कम हो रहा है एंड इंडियन इकोनॉमी इज गेटिंग स्ट्रॉन्गर। तो ये पिक्चर आपको हमेशा याद रखना है व्हाइल प्रिपेयरिंग अ लॉन्गर होराइजन। तो ये अगर आप लॉन्ग टर्म इन्वेस्टिंग का प्लानिंग करते हो, लेट्स से 10 years 15 years, so this picture should be always clear to you that Indian economy is getting stronger. So I hope this concept was understood by all of you. Now let's look at the valuations of the markets. तो हर बार की तरह हम इस बार भी मार्केट वैल्यूएशन का एक बार रिकैप करेंगे। तो विद इन अ मंथ जो है वो ज्यादा चेंजेस नहीं आए हैं, बिकॉज ड्यूरिंग द मंथ वी हैड अ वेरी फ्यू रिजल्ट्स। तो रिजल्ट सीजन नहीं था, इसकी वजह से EPS में चेंज ज्यादा नहीं आया है, तो PE में भी ज्यादा चेंज नहीं आया है। सो इस बार के चार्ट्स भी आपको ज्यादातर पिछले बार की तरह ही लगेंगे वैल्यूएशन के चार्ट। हाँ, जब Q3 जब अपकमिंग रिजल्ट्स आ जाएंगे, Q2 के रिजल्ट्स आएंगे, तो definitely these charts will get changed. But as of now, again, the valuations are quite fairly valued. So Nifty is fairly valued right now. Then premium to discount has not moved what we saw into the earlier session. So again, it is trading at a 6% discount, 6 point discount to its 5-year average. For the 7-year average also, it is trading at 5 points discount. Price to book has cooled off from its earlier highs. So now it is trading at 4.09 times, but still it is elevated as far as the historical levels are concerned. Then डिविडेंड यील्ड जो है निफ्टी 50 का वो 1.30% पे चल रहा है. So that is also quite good dividend yield. अगर आप उसके पिछले वाली डिकेड की रेंज देखोगे तो इंडिया का जो डिविडेंड यील्ड है निफ्टी 50 का डिविडेंड यील्ड वो 1 से लेके 1.5 के बीच में रहा है एंड राइट नाउ इट इज 1.30. सो जो यूफोरिक मार्केट होता है जिसमें मार्केट एलिवेटेड लेवल्स पे होता है वहां पे आपके डिविडेंड यील्ड जो है वो कम हो जाते हैं. सो अभी आप जनवरी या फरवरी 2021 में देखोगे तो dividend yield was at much lower levels. It was actually less than 1%, and right now it is 1.30%. So definitely the levels are quite attractive. Then ये आपके सामने EPS और प्राइस का CAGR है. तो EPS ज्यादा तेजी से बढ़ा है as compared to the price in the last 3 years. 5 years में भी सेम केस है. लास्ट निफ्टी का 5 साल का CAGR 12% रहा है और EPS का CAGR 15% रहा है. So this shows that the EPS, the denominator is getting stronger as compared to the numerator. So yeah, earnings growth, price growth से ज़्यादा तेजी से बढ़ रही है. That is a good sign. So that was about the Nifty 50. अभी हम एक थोड़ा सा लार्जर व्यू लेते हैं निफ्टी 500 का, जिसमें लार्ज कैप्स भी आते हैं, स्मॉल कैप्स भी आते हैं और मिड कैप्स भी आते हैं. तो निफ्टी 500 का पी जो है वो अभी 21.47 चल रहा है एंड आपके सामने जो चार्ट दिख रहा है तो वहां से आप इंटरप्रेट कर सकते हो कि दैट इज मच लोअर देन द यूजुअल ट्रेडिंग लेवल्स. सो आप देखोगे 2015 के बाद it was always stayed above the 20-25 levels and now it is trading at 21.5 levels. Then we have 5-year P discount and premium chart. तो निफ्टी 50 की तरह ही निफ्टी 500 का जो P है वो भी अपने 5 साल के एवरेज के डिस्काउंट पे चल रहा है. जो अभी का डिस्काउंट है वो 7.8 पॉइंट्स है, यानी 5 साल का जो एवरेज है उससे 7 से 8 पॉइंट्स जो है अभी का P चल रहा है. Then 7-year is also a not different case. Here also we had a discount of minus 6.5 points. Price to book is trading at 4.06 times. That is again at elevated levels to the last decade. And then lastly, we have dividend yield overview. So dividend yield for the Nifty 500 is 1.40% roughly and Nifty 50 का 1.30% था. तो यहाँ पे भी सेम केस है. पी कम होने की वजह से जो डिविडेंड यील्ड में बूस्ट आता है, प्राइसेस कूल ऑफ होते हैं एंड द रियलाइजेशन ऑफ द डिविडेंड यील्ड गेट्स मच स्ट्रॉन्गर. सो यहाँ पे भी डिविडेंड यील्ड 1.40% पे है. So this was the overall overview of the market. So now we have upcoming festive season and we also had Diwali in the upcoming month. So we will also discuss some of the sectors, which sectors we should focus on and what should be our strategy in current kind of situations. तो ये निफ्टी 500 एंड निफ्टी 500 EPS एंड प्राइस का टेबल है. यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो सेम केस है जैसा हमने निफ्टी 50 में देखा. यहाँ पे भी EPS ग्रोथ अच्छी है एज कंपेयर टू द प्राइस ग्रोथ. तो EPS ग्रोथ इज मच स्ट्रॉन्गर देन द प्राइस ग्रोथ. देन देन यहाँ पे हम बात करेंगे दिवाली थीम्स की। तो दिवाली थीम को डिस्कस करने से पहले हम डिस्कस करेंगे कि अभी के सिचुएशन में हमें किस तरह की स्ट्रेटजी या किस तरह का रुख अपनाना चाहिए while approaching our investments. तो as we know that global economies are in little bit trouble. They have some their own problems, but Indian domestics are strong. So in such kind of situations, it is very good to focus on the businesses which are oriented towards the domestic market. So ऐसे सिचुएशन में जो डोमेस्टिक फेसिंग इकोनॉमीज है उनकी तरफ हम ज्यादा फोकस करेंगे, वहां पे अगर निवेश करेंगे तो अगर सपोज ग्लोबल में ग्लोबल मार्केट्स में नेगेटिविटी भी आती है इकोनॉमीज में और ज्यादा रिसेशन भी आता है, तो चूंकि हमने डोमेस्टिक फेसिंग मार्केट्स में इन्वेस्टेड रखा है तो हमारे जो स्टॉक्स है उनमें ज्यादा अर्निंग्स की गिरावट नहीं आएगी because our stocks are domestic faced. So for this Diwali, we have a theme of automobiles, FMCG, and consumer durables. So after 2 years of pandemic, this is the first Diwali that India is going to celebrate in a full-fledged manner. So definitely, consumption levels are will be quite elevated levels from the domestic households. So automobile will be our priority sector. So automobile space, we are getting a quite a good vibes as the booking numbers are quite strong. The commodity prices are getting cooled off. So that is India. That is a well play for the automobile space. Then some of the companies has also revamped their models, which are quite consumer oriented, and that has also witnessed in their recent sales numbers. So automobile will be in our focus. Then FMCG, तो FMCG का हमने लास्ट ओपन हाउस में भी डिस्कस किया था कि मार्केट में जो एक तरह से साइडवेज काइंड ऑफ मूवमेंट आ रही थी FMCG स्टॉक्स में, तो वो इस एंटिसिपेशन में थी बिकॉज द इन्फ्लेशन वाज हाई एंड दिस कंपनीज विल टेक अ हिट ऑन देयर मार्जिन्स. बट अगर हम 7 साल या 10 साल का अगर इन्वेस्टमेंट होराइजन रखे तो ऐसे केस में क्या होता है कि ये दिस काइंड्स ऑफ थिंग्स एक्चुअली जनरली एक्ट्स एज अ ट्रांजिशन फेज. सो एफएमसीजी कंपनीज के लिए इन्फ्लेशन वाला फेज एक ट्रांजिशन फेज की तरह होता है जिसमें वो अपने प्रोडक्ट्स की क्वांटिटीज को कम कर देते हैं या प्राइसेस को बढ़ा देते हैं. तो इससे क्या होता है कि अभी के लिए उनको इन्फ्लेशन से फाइट करने में मदद तो मिलती है, बट आगे चल के जब कमोडिटी प्राइसेस में कूल ऑफ आता है, प्राइसेस गिरते हैं, तो वहां पे क्वांटिटीज ये कंपनीज फिर से बढ़ाती नहीं है या प्राइसेस कम नहीं करती है, तो इसकी वजह से इन कंपनीज का मार्जिन्स में इंप्रूवमेंट आता है. सो these kinds of things plays very well for the FMCG. So we are also looking towards the FMCG. और FMCG सेक्टर जो है वो डोमेस्टिक ओरिएंटेड ज्यादा है, जिसका वर्ल्ड मार्केट से लिंकेज ज्यादा नहीं है. भले ही अगर इकोनॉमिक स्लोडाउन भी अगर आता है तो FMCG इज गोइंग टू बी देयर. सो डोमेस्टिक ओरिएंटेड सेक्टर है, तो इसको जरूर हमें ध्यान देना चाहिए. देन कंज्यूमर ड्यूरेबल्स, तो कंज्यूमर ड्यूरेबल्स में एक प्रीमियम काइंड ऑफ स्पेंडिंग आता है जिसमें इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स है, देन किचन अप्लायंसेस है एंड वेरियस गुड्स है जो हम डे टू डे लाइफ में यूज करते हैं. तो कंज्यूमर ड्यूरेबल्स के सेल्स भी काफी अट्रैक्टिव है इन द रिसेंट 1 or 2 months. देन we have various companies into the consumer durables such as Havells, Polycab, or Borosil Limited is there. So these companies are actually domestic oriented and they are offering a premium kind of stuff towards the to the customers. So as we know that the festive season is we are celebrating in a full-fledged manner this year. So that is also plays well for the premium kind of things. So premium things which we saw into the consumer durables will also get good sales in the festive season. So these are our 3 stocks which we should focus on the upcoming festive season. So I hope you all have understood the market outlook, the valuations of the market outlook. Then we also discuss why India is moving towards a stronger economic zone and our Diwali themes to focus. So that is all from my side. Now we will open floor for the question and answer session.
One question from Mr. Mayank Thanawala.
Yeah.
He wants to know that can you please enlighten us on investors earning in intraday and in non-intraday trading?
Yeah.
You can go to chat if you want to see the message.
So the first question
Susan,
is,
this is Pushkaraj. I will take this query.
Okay, sir.
So I would basically like to know exactly earnings in terms of what is the percentage wise earning, or are you basically looking at it what is generally the hit rate, or what is it exactly like?
Pushkaraj ji, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, in as much as Harshad ji enlightened us on EPS statistics,
Okay.
I thought I would ask this question: if something can be told on these lines, that the overall earnings by investor, if you take on standalone basis, are they more in intraday or less as compared to non-intraday? If some insight is there, it would be much appreciated. Otherwise also it's okay. I mean, next time you can, one of you can enlighten us.
Sir, when I'm looking at intraday trading per se,
Yeah.
I hope I have understood. It means basically trading wherein I do the transaction, both the transactions buy and sell within the same day.
Yeah.
So this is basically a zero-sum game. What I mean to say is, suppose both of us are in the same trade but in opposite direction. If I lose money, you gain money. So effectively, if we look at it, that who earns or who loses is predominantly something which I would call as a zero-sum game. There is no investment that we have put in that perspective.
May I please put in this other way? Yes, take 6 months, say April to September, which is already almost ended.
Yeah.
And I did only intraday in these 6 months.
Okay.
And there is Mr. XYZ who has done nothing of intraday, but based on his CNC portfolio, he has operated. He has sold something, he has bought something. Or even if nothing he has done, do you have any idea, if at all, who has earned more?
Sir, my call on this would be, it will all depend on how an intraday person approaches it. So if he says that I am taking 10 trades, out of that 6 or 7 have hit their targets, and 2 or 3 I lose money, I would still make money to the extent of, let's say, 2 or 3 trades. Now, how big these trades are would in a way define the overall perspective. Yeah. On the other hand, if somebody has taken a bet with 6-month horizon or a CNC,
yes,
if I just go by what the charts are showing, so let's say, let us take an example of something like the NIFTY ETF. So in April, NIFTY was somewhere around 18,000. It went down till 15,000, and we are back to around 18,000. I mean, we are currently around 17,300 levels or so. But factorally, if I had just held on to my portfolio, I would still be down by around maybe 5 to 6% or so.
Okay. Thanks.
On the other hand, like I said, if I was going with a good hit rate of 6 to 7 hits on 10 trades, then probably I would still be making money on 2 or 3 of those.
Okay.
I hope I have
No, I understand it is not that straightforward to answer, or maybe also to analyze, but maybe you can keep this in mind for future enlightenment.
Sure. No, in fact, our record sheets do carry how each of our strategy has performed vis-a-vis what the returns of the Nifty or the Nifty 500 or maybe the Nifty small cap, mid cap have performed for that month under consideration. So we can certainly say that, okay, we have outperformed on these strategies, underperformed on certain strategies. That is what we, generally quote in our record sheets.
Yes.
We have anyone else who wants to ask questions, or we can just end up this session?
Khonge has asked that, do we see current time as a profit booking time or hold it for more time? I would like to answer this question. Mr. Khonge, for the short to medium term investor hai, then time is definitely for profit booking. बट FMCG, कंज्यूमर ड्यूरेबल्स और ऑटो, ये 3 सेक्टर के स्टॉक छोड़ के जो हमने स्टॉक्स बताए, उसको छोड़ के आपके पास अलग कोई स्टॉक है और वो आपके शॉर्ट टर्म लिस्ट में है या शॉर्ट टर्म होराइजन है आपका या मीडियम टर्म, तो डेफिनेटली आप प्रॉफिट बुक कीजिए, नीचे में आपको डेफिनेटली मिलेंगे. बट अगर आप लॉन्ग टर्म इन्वेस्टर है तो ट्रेंड इज स्टिल ऑन द पॉजिटिव साइड. ये शॉर्ट टर्म करेक्शन आते रहेंगे, बट अगर लॉन्ग टर्म इन्वेस्टर है तो नीचे में आपको एवरेज करने में अच्छे मिलेंगे कि नहीं मालूम नहीं, बिकॉज शॉर्ट टर्म इन्वेस्टर का एक साइकोलॉजी अलग होता है और लॉन्ग टर्म इन्वेस्टर का साइकोलॉजी अलग होता है. तो डेफिनेटली शॉर्ट टर्म, अगर आप शॉर्ट टू मीडियम टर्म इन्वेस्टर है तो डेफिनेटली आप प्रॉफिट बुक करना चाहिए ये लेवल पे, नीचे में आपको मिलेंगे. बट लॉन्ग टर्म इन्वेस्टर है तो स्टे इन्वेस्टेड, अगर नीचे आता है तो आप डेफिनेटली एवरेजिंग आउट कर सकते हो. आई होप द क्वेश्चन इज आंसर्ड. I think one question is there, Mr. Rahul Chaudhary ji, that IT sector और कितना डाउन हो सकता है. So I'm giving a technical answer of this question. So currently Nifty IT index is currently placed at 26,592 mark, and we can see since last January 20 March 2022, January 2022, it is moving downwards and making low top lower bottom formation on the monthly, weekly or daily charts as well. So trend is on a downside, but immediate strong support आप note कर देना please. 26,150 ये important support zone है निफ्टी IT के लिए. अगर उसके नीचे अगर ये सस्टेन होता है तो और 25,200 से लेकर 24,200 तक, मतलब यहाँ से तकरीबन 5 to 8% की डाउनसाइड हमें दिखती है आईटी सेक्टर्स में इफ इट रीचेस 26,150 लेवल. तो ये सपोर्ट ध्यान में रखना. अगर आप शॉर्ट टर्म ट्रेडर या इन्वेस्टर है तो उसके नीचे जाता है तो 5 to 8% की डाउन मूव आ सकती है.
Fundamentally also there is a response for that. As we discussed in the last meeting, in the IT space, तो जो टॉप 5 tier 1 IT कंपनीज है उनका अभी का प्राइस टू अर्निंग और लॉन्गर पीरियड का जो एवरेज प्राइस टू अर्निंग है उसमें अभी भी प्रीमियम है. और ये जो बातें हैं इकोनॉमिक स्लोडाउन की या यूरोप और अमेरिका में जो प्रॉब्लम चल रहा है, तो इनकी वजह से वहाँ की कंपनियों की जो आईटी स्पेंडिंग है, आईटी के ऊपर की जो स्पेंडिंग है वो अफेक्ट हो सकती है. तो ये एक स्ट्रॉन्ग रीजन है जिसकी वजह से नैस्डैक में भी फॉल आया है. एंड इंडियन कंपनीज जो कि वहाँ से ही रेवेन्यू ड्राइव करती है, तो दे आर मच कोरिलेटेड टू दिस दैट इकोनॉमीज. तो अभी का जो प्रीमियम जो है 5 ईयर एवरेज और 10 ईयर एवरेज के ऊपर, तो दैट विल डेफिनेटली गेट कूल्ड ऑफ. तो यहाँ पे हालांकि जो प्रीमियम जो हमने लास्ट ईयर नवंबर दिसंबर में देखा था दैट वाज क्वाइट हाई. अभी प्रीमियम कम हुआ है तो डाउनसाइड यहाँ से बहुत कम है. हालांकि एक जो एक्सपोनेंशियल फॉल हमने देखा 30-40%, उस तरह का फॉल अभी पॉसिबल नहीं है आईटी कंपनीज में. एक माइनर 5-10% का करेक्शन और साइडवेज भी जा सकते हैं. सो risk to reward ratio for a investor who is looking for a 7-10 years is good for the IT space right now.
Okay, so thank you for this fruitful discussion. Hope you enjoyed the session. Like and follow us on Facebook and Instagram to stay updated. Thank you. Stay safe.